What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another Wuthering Waves video. All right, guys, we are going to be talking about something that most of you either are going to partake in or completely ignore. So this video may pertain to you or may not, but I'm going to just put it out anyways because it's a pretty popular topic right before a game drops, and that is the reroll process and what you want to aim for when you are re-rolling. Now, there's going to be three big banners that are going to drop. We're going to talk about each of those banners. We're going to talk about who you should aim for and what you want to go for and how re-rolling works. So this is all coming through from my information that I got from various content creators. So shout out to all of you guys who put all this information together. I'm just taking information from various people. I'm taking the most common denominator from each one and putting it together for you guys. And then I'm using the Wuthering Waves tier list by Wuthering Lab here to help you guys understand who you want to go for. Okay, so first off, let's talk about the reroll process. Pretty straightforward. You log in, you unlock the gacha, you check your mail, you get your rewards, and then you start summoning. There's three banners that you're going to be able to summon on. The first one is going to be called the beginner banner. Now, there's a couple things to note about the beginner banner. Number one, it's a 50 guaranteed pity versus the normal 80. I believe it's 80. Pretty sure it's 80. So the first one, you're going to be able to pull one, and this is key, one 5-star character from the beginner banner within 50 pulls. Now, ideally, you want to be able to pull that as soon as possible. That way you can go away from that beginner's banner and then focus on the other banner instead, okay? Now, there are rumors, and these are just rumors. We'll see when Global comes out in the next, 18 days, if they will allow us to have a selector instead. So apparently there may be a selector option in the beginner one, making this process 10 times easier and way better and easier for us to go what we want, right? Now, the second banner is going to be the regular banner, which is an 80 pity. It's random. You'll get a 5-star from there. So what the suggestion normally is right here in the third banner, being the weapon banner, is you want to go with the 5-star you want. If you don't get the 5-star you want in the first beginner banner, you just re-roll again. Same process. Go back to stage number one. So stage number one is log in with a brand new account, unlock the gacha, get the summons, re-roll again. Now, remember, this is all based on the closed beta testing too. They may completely change this when it comes down to actual release of the game globally, because they've done that in the past, right? Where they've either made it way easier, way harder, or they've given us just more tokens. So again, if you plan to re-roll, go until the beginner banner, summon. If you don't get who you want, start again. That's essentially it. Now, if you do get what you want, the second option now is going to be going for the second banner, okay, which is going to be the weapon banner. Now, everyone knows in the closed beta testing at this point, we were provided a weapon for free at level 45, at account 45, which gives us a free 5-star weapon. But to make your life a lot easier, you actually want to aim for the sword that has crit rate on it in the beginning, making your progress much, much simpler to deal with early on, allowing the progression of the game to go smoother, right? Now, let's talk a little bit about the characters themselves and who everyone essentially is telling you to go for. Now, every tier list is different. Keep this in mind, okay? I'm taking the common denominator from all of the ones that I've seen, and I'm going to talk about the character you should go for. So first off, just so you guys are aware, Yinlin and Jian here are going to be limited characters. So you will not be able to summon for them with regular means. You're going to have to actually farm limited banner tickets. So with that being said, re-rolling for them is a much more difficult process, which means if you get the characters you want and you are dying to get Yinlin or Jian and you don't get them, you're going to have to redo that whole process again from the beginning and then try to get those limited tickets and then go for these guys one last time, okay? But if you're going to go with the OG re-rolling process, here is the number one character. Literally everyone, I'm not kidding you, everyone has recommended who's played this game to go for, and that is Verena. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Verena first off. So she's light character, SS tier clearly. So the reason why Verena is so powerful, there's actually a couple of reasons why. First off, she's a rectifier, is a 5-star spectral character in Wuthering Waves. It's as simple as this. She has heals. I believe she has a shield. I believe there's a shield somewhere here. Maybe I'm wrong. I think there was a shield. I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. Let's see here. Before we talk about that part, though, the main thing is the healing, but more importantly, she has a crazy buff. It's called Gift of Nature. When Verena casts heavy attack, Starflower Blooms, mid-air attack, Starfire Blooms, or Resonance Liberation, Arboreal Flourish, or her outro skill, Blossom, attack for all party members is increased by 20% for 20 seconds. Unreal. So that is what makes her insanely powerful. This buff alone makes her worthwhile having, right? Now, Verena protects a party member from fatal damage. There it is. I knew she had it somewhere. Grace of Life. Verena protects a party member from fatal damage and grants a shield equal to 120% of Verena's attack, lasting for 10 seconds. This can be triggered every 10 minutes. And then right here, you guys can see here, Verena recovers HP to the next character or other characters on a nearby team that activates an outro skill equal to 19% of her attack per second for 6 seconds. All characters on nearby teams also gain 15% all type damage deepened for 30 seconds. What the hell, bro? I like, listen, I don't know. Like, now this is obviously based off of her kit in closed beta testing. Now, we don't know if they're going to balance her out, if they're going to nerf her in any way, shape, or form. But this is the character if you're looking for like optimization and the best possible outcome, this is the character that everybody, literally everybody, suggests going for. Okay, now this site obviously has a good build setup here. So Verena build, you guys can see here in Paradise Heron, Stonewall Bracer. This is a great way to look at things because we are now currently working on getting a free Echo from the web event. So this is a great way to, if you plan to main her, to see who you want to put on your team, right? So these are the main ones right here. So main Echo is going to be the Impermanence Heron, and then the sub Echoes are these ones following here. So if you have an Impermanence Heron, actually no, you can't have Impermanence Heron because it's the boss. If you have any of these ones, sorry, the sub ones, these are the ones you want to go for. This one here, you'll have to get through defeating the boss and then collecting this one afterwards. Okay, so a couple other options you can use as well too if you want. Her best weapon is, I guess, not there yet. And then what is this? Verena's premium best team. So we haven't had that yet. So Verena's a healer in the team. Verena healer build is used, again, not there. These are her her Verena material bell poppy best farming guide. So again, these are things to get her leveled up to ranked up to level 70. And then that's it right there. So that is the number one character. I kid you not, literally everyone is saying to go for. Now, if you're going to be going for aesthetics and just whatever you feel like building, there's two major characters that are also on everyone's pretty big list that are also easy to get, or at least summonable. So Calcharo, this is the main character that I want, also considered an SS tier. Now you're going to see that he does not belong in this tier for everyone's tier list. Some people put him in B, some people put him in A, some people are top tier. It's all over the place, right? But he is also one that you want to go for. My personal favorite look and feel has Japanese Sephiroth's voice, which instantly puts him up on the list for me. So if I don't get Verena and I get Calcharo, I think I'm good. I'm okay with either of these two guys being there, or these two units being there. He's electro damage, just so you are aware. He's a full-on DPS. He's not a sub DPS. So just keep that in mind. And he has insane amounts of damage coming through with electro damage, as well as really good buffs for his whole team. You guys can see here, electro damage bonus of all team members increased by 20%. So he and Yinlin together, match made in heaven, right? So if you plan to pull for Yinlin, you might want to have a Calcharo standing by just to give you that option. Okay, so that is the other unit that I'm going to go for. So it's going to be Verena and then Calcharo, and then I'm going to aim for Yinlin when it comes down to limited units. Jan looks amazing, but I'd rather go for Yinlin because she's waifu material, and I want an AoE DPS clearing unit for most content, right? Now, there's one other unit that's really, really stands out and is considered one of the top units in the game, period. It's a 4-star unit. That's Danjin. Everyone says get Dungeon with the 5-star sword early on, and it's a good game. Like, you don't even need Verena. You can just focus on her, and she'll take care of everything for you. So this is another unit you definitely want to go for. Now, she's a 4-star unit, so it's much easier to get her. So definitely focus on getting that unit as soon as you possibly can, and then that will push your account even further. Now, she's a havoc damage dealer, which isn't easy to get in the first place, but she will give you guys a ton of utility and DPS, and that's all you really want her for. Now, she does decrease her attacks every time she does attacks, but what I'm being told, essentially everybody just one-shots you in this game anyway. So it's going to be about skill, it's going to be about dodging, it's going to be about timing. So at the end of the day, all you want is pure DPS to help you beat content as quick as possible, and she is the one you want to go for. Now, lastly, once you're done with the actual character banner, the unit the weapon you want to go for, again, is that 5-star sword that I was mentioning with the crit and attack. It is going to be what you want to get early on in order to advance quicker in the game, and that will help you. And then later on, when you decide, here's and she's apparently the best one with the sword, by the way, if you plan to use her with that weapon. She'll carry you the furthest. If you plan to go for the 5-star weapon later on, obviously you can choose it later when you get the 5-star selector if it's still available at level 45. But again, getting the sword early will help you progress much quicker, much faster. And I believe the sword, if I remember, is called the Lustrous Razor. No, this is the attack one. Sorry, give me 1 sec, guys. Let me find it. Let me just double check to see which one it was. It was 5. Let me see, 5-star. 5-star right here. Here it is. I think this is it. Yeah, this is the one. Emerald of Genesis. This is the one you want. Okay? Increases energy regen by 12.8%. When resident skill is released, increase attack by 6%, stacking up to 2 times. This effect lasts for 10 seconds, plus you get that crit rate, which is pretty much the build that everybody wants to use. All right, guys, so again, very straightforward, easy reroll process. Log in, unlock gacha, get your rewards, summon on beginner banner. Get the character you want, perfect, continue on. Save up for the weapon banner. If you don't get what you want, start over, brand new account, same thing. Jump in, unlock gacha, summon, get what you want. Nope, continue. The same process. All right, and those are the characters that you want to go for. So there you guys go. Hope this helped out. Again, shout out to Wuthering Waves, the WutheringLab.com. I'll put this in the description below, and all the content creators who put out all this wonderful content so far from CBT2. It's amazing to see all these people come together, and it's going to be a pretty damn big game and competitive on the content creator side. So I'm very much looking forward to putting out some guides for you guys and some gameplay. All right, guys, the Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.